Greetings, Al the Power Supply Guy here. Here's a quick primer on power supply testing. The more time spent validating a power supply before production, the better, because nobody wants a sub-power power supply making it into production. Let's dive into the key steps. First, verify the specifications. Verify that they meet or exceed the advertised specs. If it doesn't, ask your manufacturer to explain. This will set your expectations for future support. Focus on thermal performance and voltage and current regulation over the full input range, and test at the lowest end of the input range, since this is the most demanding. Test full voltage range. If your product is global, test input at 110, 60, and 230, 50, etc. Or maybe you've got a lighting application with 305 or what have you. This ensures reliable operation in varied environments. You don't want to test in one environment, have it go to another environment, and it surprise you when it doesn't work right. For thermal testing, create a realistic scenario. Ideally, test the power supply in the actual environment, simulating worst case conditions like dusty and restricted airflow environments. Know how the power supply reacts to thermal limit. Does it restart when overheated? Fault conditioning testing. Test OVP and overcurrent and verify that the current limiting behavior is in line with the specs, such as hiccup, fold back, or constant current limiting. Understand these fault responses thoroughly before approving the supply. And push the limits. Run the supply at its hottest, lowest input, and highest input voltage at the same time. Simulate customer misuse and abuse, including industrial transients if applicable. Test it at least 1.5 times the actual duty cycle that will be needed. Avoid overpowering the power supplies excessively. Avoid overspecifying the power supplies excessively. It increases MTBF, but it also raises your current limit, and it makes you pay for a lot more power supply than you need. Sure, it's okay to add a little buffer, 25%, maybe 35 or 40% at most, but you don't want to have a football-sized power supply where something the size of a pack of cigarettes will fit. Make sure you got all the right approvals, and make sure that it's approved for the type of environment you want to put it in. In other words, don't put a desktop inside of a box, because it'll never be UL approved. Remember, it's better to let the smoke out on the test bench than when the boss is showing a would-be investor the product. That's all for now. If I can help you solve any problem in the power supply world, just give me a ring. I can find supplies for you as well. If you want more detail, just send me a note, aljr@currentsolutions.com. Next time we'll go more in depth. That's all for now. Happy testing, and God bless.